Hey, I'm Todd Gerke. I help people mainly in the real estate industry solve the problems of not enough time and not enough money. It started with, I've seen so many successful people all over the world in various forms of the mortgage business, and they've all done some fascinating, unique, but simple things. Coach Will is basically a documentary of all of the successful people that I've had the opportunity to engage with, from NFL players to people in the NHL to, those outliers of success. And I basically created it as a narrative. It isn't the me speaking to you type of a book. It's written by the story of Michael, who is a struggling salesperson who meets up with Coach Will, who is kind of your Lou Holtz, John Wooden type of a football coach, and he teaches them the fundamentals, the blocking and tackling of running a business, the simple things like have business cards with you at all times and be presentable, and some of these types of elements that have honestly helped me a lot in my success and helped me to live an outcome-based life and to own my day. In the book, Michael is starting to learn and he's starting to evolve a little bit, and he's learning things like FAN, talking to somebody about, tell me about your family, what your activities are and what your needs are. And the FAN, of course, is an acronym from football as well. And then later on, when he learns about things like NIBOTech and learns to remember names, and he starts to take notes on a spiral notebook. And when I read a good book that I'm trying to engage and learn from, I always flip to the front and make notes. And so I thought it would be neat to have Michael throughout the chapters be able to take the nuggets that he learned from Coach Will, and he just put them on a spiral notebook. So at the end of each chapter, there is a spiral notebook page called Michael's Notes, and it's the little things that he picked up from each one of those chapters. The feedback has been great about people said, what I like is I can go right to the end and I can read these bullet points, and there's room for me to add some of my own reflections in there. Been well received already. I've got two companies, one within the mortgage industry and one who's a technical recruiting firm, that have actually purchased the book for their entire sales force nationwide. That's exciting to me because what my goal is for this is for people to pick it up, be engaged in the book, and be able to take something from it and immediately to be able to put it into action for themselves in their own business. I got an email from a branch manager down in Texas. They're using this book as a book club, reading it week in and week out, and they took one of Coach Will's tips from the very first chapter when Coach was introduced, and within 24 hours she had already had a new transaction she wouldn't have had she not implemented some of Coach Will's practices. It makes me excited to see what Coach Will does and how he helps people across the board with very small little things that make a huge impact.